No wonder the Memsahibs ran for the hills. They had very different ideas about how to make themselves at home in India. The days of easygoing tolerance were now over. In their place came a culture war, a never-ending battle to maintain the British way of life in the face of foreign temptation. The British strongholds in this battle were the places they came to escape the summer heat. Hill stations like Ooty. The Indians called it Ootacamund, but that was too much of a mouthful for most of the British. As soon as they discovered the place, they began to turn it into a version of Surrey. In places like this, a particular idea of Britishness was forged. Tea on the lawn, a certain reserve, order, formality, unbelievable stuffiness. It is an idea that some people still have a soft spot for, while others have been laughing at it for decades. What tends to be forgotten, though, is that it was forged initially as a defense against something. In this case, as a defense against India. Bungalows sprouted like little forts all over the hills. Bungalow is originally an Indian word meaning a house in the Bengali style. But the buildings it came to describe were very British indeed. The great empire writer Rudyard Kipling talked about them as models of shut-upness. Enclosed within their own little compound, rigidly ordered within, they really were about the separation of us from them. Of course, the great shift in attitudes was shared by men and Memsahibs. But as mistresses of the house, it was the women who were on the front line. For a young woman, arriving in this alien land after weeks on a boat from England must have been a truly daunting experience. Fortunately, though, help was at hand. The Complete Indian Housekeeper and Cook by Flora Annie Steele and Grace Gardner is an intriguing window into the mind of British India. It tells you absolutely everything, from how much to pay the cook's assistant, to the best way to divide up the family possessions when you're moving house by means of 11 camels, to how many coolies it takes to carry a piano. The answer to that one, if you're interested, is 16. The kitchen was the principal battleground. Here there were terrible warnings. The kitchen is a black hole, the pantry a sink. The only servant who will condescend to tidy up is a skulking savage with a reed broom. The book is astonishingly rude about the Indians themselves. The Indian servant, this bit here says, is a child in all things save age and should be treated as a child. That is to say, kindly, but with the greatest firmness.